Welcome to Facts TV News, where everything is true.
Policeman shot in Clarendon. A policeman was yesterday shot during a robbery in Yorktown, Clarendon, where he accompanied a friend to buy a motorcycle. The injured cop remains in hospital. The police report that the two men traveled to a community known as Parnassus, and while there, a grey Toyota Probox motor car with men aboard drove up. The men exited the Probox and held up the potential buyer and robbed him of $200,000. They then opened gunfire at them. The cop was hit. The policeman reported a police service pistol and returned gunfire in the direction of the gunmen. They escaped in the air on foot, leaving the vehicle behind. The injured cop was taken to hospital for treatment. Anyone with information that could aid the police is being asked to contact the Four Parts Police at 876-987-0429 or Crime Stop at 311. Manhunt launched for alleged mentally challenged man in killing of elderly. The St. Elizabeth police have launched a search for a man believed to be mentally challenged in relation to the killing of a senior in Junction on Tuesday. Dead is 62-year-old Rupert Cunningham of Watson Hill in Downs Close, St. Elizabeth. Reports were that sometime after 4 p.m., Cunningham was walking in the town when he was approached by the man. Residents who called reporters claimed that the man demanded money from Cunningham, and when he did not get any, he attacked him. They said Cunningham attempted to escape but was chased and caught by the man, who hit him in the head several times with a stone. Further reports are that a licensed firearm holder observed the situation and intervened by opening fire. The man fled the area. Cunningham was rushed to hospital but died while undergoing treatment. Portland taxi operator charged after allegedly trying to suffocate spouse. A Portland taxi operator has been charged with attempted murder following a dispute with his common-law spouse. He is 37-year-old Ryan Stewart of Royal Hill in Portland. He has been charged with attempt to suffocate with intent to commit murder, assault occasioning bodily harm, malicious destruction of property, and simple larceny. It's reported that on Sunday, May 21, about 2:30 a.m., Stewart allegedly attacked his common-law spouse, pushed her into a concrete wall, causing injuries. He also reportedly destroyed her cell phone and laptop computer. In a bid to escape the abuse, the woman relocated to Johnson Mountain in St. Thomas. However, Stewart turned up at her home and again attacked her, this time using a pillow. He attempted to suffocate her. He also reportedly stole her debit card and personal identification cards. A report was made to the police, and Stewart subsequently arrested and charged. His court date is being arranged. Government to provide house to St. Elizabeth burn victim Akela Dunkley. Minister of Local Government and Community Development Desmond McKenzie has informed that recent burn victim Akela Dunkley will receive a new house through the government's indigent housing program. Young Akela suffered third-degree burn after a gas stove exploded at her home in Burn Savannah, St. Elizabeth on June 16. The grade 7 Black River High School student has since been flown to the U.S. for treatment. Mackenzie assured that upon the teen's return to the island, she can look forward to better accommodation as work will commence on her house expeditiously. When she comes back to Jamaica, she is going to come back home, wondering where she is going to live, the minister stated. I have given instructions to start work immediately to tear down the structure that is there and to build a structure for her and her family that they will be proud of. That is the least we can do to help the family, Mackenzie added. He encouraged citizens to continue praying for Akela's recovery. Mackenzie was addressing the handing over ceremony for an indigent housing program unit to beneficiary Shauna Parkinson on June 22. The one-bedroom unit, which was constructed at a cost of $1.8 million, also boasts a kitchenette, bathroom, living room, and a front porch. The house was one of 2 units handed over in the parish on June 22nd. The program, which is delivered under the Ministry of Local Government and Community Development's Municipal Social Assistance Program, is designed to address the housing crisis among the poor and most vulnerable. The program is carried out by the Poor Relief Department. Trelawney man charged with human trafficking, false imprisonment of woman. Trelawney Carpenter, 37-year-old Shamari Spencer, has been charged for allegedly keeping a woman captive from almost a year and subjecting her to abuse. Spencer, who is from Wakefield, was charged on Tuesday with human trafficking, false imprisonment, possession of a prohibited weapon, assault at common law, assault occasioning bodily harm, and benefiting from human trafficking. He is set to appear before the parish court at Clarendon on Wednesday, July 12. The police report that Spencer offered the woman a place to stay and she accepted. Between March 2022 and February 2023, Spencer allegedly beat and threatened her with a gun and locked her inside the house to prevent her from leaving. He also reportedly took several men to the house and told them to have sexual intercourse with the woman for payment. During a targeted police operation in the Wakefield community, Spencer was arrested and subsequently charged on Tuesday, June 27. Petrojam gets new general manager. Telroy Morgan is to become the new general manager of the state-owned oil refinery Petrojam, effective August 1. In a statement, Petrojam said Winston Watson contractual arrangements will end come July 31 and that he and Morgan will use the period to work together for a smooth transition. It noted that Morgan emerged as a successful candidate from a field of 115 applicants after an extensive recruitment process, with the post being advertised locally, regionally, and internationally. The process included a psychometric assessment and interviews. The selection committee comprised members of the board of directors and an external human resource expert. Petrojam stated that Morgan had a combination of industry and technical experiences, qualifications, and strong management and leadership competencies. He has worked in the oil and gas industry for over 28 years, and his credentials include a master's in science in chemical engineering and a bachelor's in management. Golden accuses Holness of behaving unhinged. Opposition leader Mark Golden has accused Prime Minister Andrew Holness of behaving in an unhinged manner. This as he commented on recent statements made by Mr. Holness in Parliament and on the political platform. Speaking at a press conference on Tuesday, Mr. Golden said the Prime Minister needs to focus on the real issues. Golden also reacted to comments by Mr. Holness that the PNP president is a highest-paid politician.
The Prime Minister is behaving in an increasingly unhinged manner. His behavior in Parliament last week, Tuesday, where he was so shrill and talking about what bun him about what's happening now with how critical people are in social media. Well, what should be bunning him is the problem of crime and violence affecting the country, the disastrous education system where we're generating high percentages, much too high percentages of primary school children going into secondary school who can't read, can't write, can't do basic maths. You know, the cost of living crisis that has impacted people so badly coming out of the pandemic and the inflation of the global inflation from that, where the response of the government has been hopelessly inadequate to deal with the vulnerable citizens of the country, yet they're paying themselves increases of over 200 to 300%. And when the pressure reached him, although he was the one who in his cabinet approved those increases, when the pressure reached him, he said he not take it as prime minister. And I don't know how that decision can even be implemented unless cabinet has approved it, which at that time they had not. I don't know if they have subsequently approved it. Yesterday, I see him on a platform blaming me for being the best paid public servant, you know, which is ridiculous. I never asked for what I got, and I have decided to keep only 20% of the increase. He's the one who has given me that pay increase, him. So how can he be complaining about the size of it? And as I said, in due course, he will be in my position and earning it. So he should be careful what he says.
More schools be taken off shift system. The Education Ministry continues work to remove some 38 schools from the shift system. This according to Portfolio Minister Favor Williams, who indicates that an additional 5 schools were removed from the system as of this month. Mrs. Williams says another high school will be removed come September, while ground will be broken for other schools' expansions to facilitate removal from the shift system. She was speaking at a post-cabinet press briefing on Tuesday morning.
As of June 2023, 5 of the 38 high schools have been operating off shift. We need to follow through with the gazetting of those schools to make them officially off shift, and this will be done. Additionally, Black River High School will be off shift come September of 2023. Bridgeport High School, we broke ground for the construction for additional classrooms, and they will be off shift come September of 2024. There will be groundbreaking for Homewood Technical High School next month in July. Well, tomorrow is the end of June, so anytime after tomorrow. And that will be followed by Exchange High School in St. Anne, Cedric Titus, and Albertown High in Trelawney. in terms of the work that we'll be following. And we'll publish a list of high schools and update it from time to time so Jamaicans can keep abreast with what we're doing.
Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification